So we're back to start putting our LED box TV together. These are all the pieces that you're going to need. So you have two cutout pieces like this, which are going to form the body of your TV. This is going to be your TV screen, this opening. This is going to be the back of the TV. Then you have a piece of aluminum foil, and that's going to be put into the backside of the TV to reflect the light. You also have the technical part. This card is all drawn out for the schematics. So these triangles represent where you're going to put your LED lights. There's two of them. And each line, you see this short line, this line connecting the triangles, this line which continues on the back. This line continues over on the back, it says over. And this line, these other lines here, you're going to put your copper tape on top of those. The other part, this is a piece of paper that's just also labeled, is your battery holder. And that's also labeled with lines. This is going to be the short piece of tape, copper tape, that you'll put here. A longer piece of tape you'll put here, winding over to the back. Of course, for the light, you need a battery. Here's your coin battery. I'll be using that. And the rest is a bit more decorative. So you'll have a piece of tracing paper. This is what you will do your design on. And this is just a little cutout for the actual screen. We have an antenna for the top, of course. We've got the feet for your TV. It's the last part, actually. And this part for the buttons. So this is just little two pieces that we're just taping on each. We're gluing on each. Here's a little thing for your buttons. And what you're going to need, one last thing, we have some stickers. So this one is going to be used to adhere the battery part to the inside of the TV. And you have these as well that you can use. For at home, you are going to need a pencil and either some clear glue or white glue, like this works. This is going to work well. And a marker, so maybe just a couple colors of markers to do your designs. Okay, so let's start the next step. Okay, so now let's just move some of the items off your board so you have some room to work. So you can start with the tracing paper. So I've got a couple markers. I'm just going to draw a very simple design. And before you do that, actually take your pencil, take the cutout part that is your screen, and just put it anyway over your tracing paper, and just draw a couple of corners, the little corners here. That's just going to give you a guide of where your picture is going to be. Take this off and start doing your picture. So I'm just doing something really, really simple. And you can do anything you want. This is just what comes to mind really quickly. If you want to make it a little more complicated, you can totally do that. And let me just do a little bit with my other color. Of course, there's no limit on colors that you want to do. So, oh, this is a bit over, but don't worry, it probably won't show. There's some clouds. All right. Okay, that's a fast version. Now what you can do, actually, you can even just glue this on right now. So this part Actually, next, why don't we just fold the two pieces? Just fold all the perforated edges kind of like inwards. Hopefully that will make sense. So it starts to be a box. You get just all these. Take your other piece and do the same thing. And you'll know if you need to kind of do it the other way. You'll know you can always refold it. So just fold your pieces, put that out of the way. So this is going to be the bottom, the part that you have this small perforated part. It's the bottom. So your picture, let's turn that over, put it down, put this, so it's going to show face out. Take your glue and just glue lightly around. You're going to want your more vibrant color parts facing out. So don't put too much glue. Less is more in this case. And just put that here. Okay, so let this dry. Actually, you can even, see, this is how mine's going to work. Oh, you know, I reverse it. You know, let's do this part. So we're kind of going a little all over the place. Don't worry about it. So you see, I've got my buttons are going to go on my left. You could do it the right, where you're going to have your buttons on your right. But you'll see when you start doing this. Take your buttons, the white circles and the black circles with a cutout, and now you're going to add a little glue. Let's do this part. Glue, glue, and just put these right on top. It's not fancy. Put it over here. So I'm going to do this now. Let me just glue these little parts here. It's almost as if I were a lefty, which I'm not. Okay. So these are little parts. Let's see roughly how this is going to look. Okay, let's put that aside to dry. Now take your other piece. Okay. Take your piece of aluminum foil, and we're going to basically, let me just see. So this part is going to be the bottom of your TV. Once we start folding it and attaching it, and you're going to glue just the top part here, and it's going to just attach on here. All right, a little bit of glue, not too much. Maybe a lot of steps, but don't worry. Just go slowly. And if you feel like doing these out of order, you can totally do that. All right, press it down. Let's put that aside to dry. And now you're going to take your schematics. So we have all our parts. So the first part, I won't take apart mine. I'm going to show you my finished one. But the LED stickers, what you're going to do, these will peel off. You have two. One will go here. This is the spacing for it, so it'll go here. If, little trick, because you want both lights to work. There's a little light in here. You might want to attach it, like point these toward each other. So one will go here, the other will go here. And if you can see, I'm going to point with my pencil. This is the light part here. This is like another tiny little silvery part. We have to make sure not to cover like these little parts. So this is how it will look ultimately. So you'll see that it's like this, and the next part is to attach your copper wire. So have a steady hand, go slowly. You're going to be peeling these off. I suggest that you just kind of take a piece of the copper wire and see how long it's going to go over what part. So let me see. So say here, this looks like it goes on this part. Now you can peel that off. And don't worry, just go with it. All right, so use your fingernails. Okay, I got it. I got it. Oop, here we go. There we go. Okay, first for heart. Just go very carefully so that you cover your whole line. And the great part is that this is all done for you, so you don't have to like guess where the lines are. All right, so let's take a look here. So we have this part. We actually need to put our lines down first. So all right, so now you have, let's try this long one. It says over, it's printed out. You want it to go here. So that's going to be your longest piece. Take, just kind of match it up. That looks like that'll work. So peel this off. And all this time you're peeling off your copper wire backings. Your stuff should dry. All right. Little more. Oops. Oh, I see it. I see it. So don't worry. So in my case, I'm a bit technically challenged, and I have to remind myself to just go slowly. All right. So now we have this must connect. So your your copper tape, it's got to touch the other copper tapes. Let's keep going. Flip it over. Other side. Just put it there. Now you have your connection too. So let's see. It looks like let's try another piece. That's perfect. So take the piece that fits. Okay. So when you have your LED sticker here, you want to make sure that your copper wire is touching very well, but just only to this gold part here, that triangle tip. All right, so you're going to move that over. Then you will have a little part here. Let's do that part. Attach to your copper wire, over, line it up. Last piece of copper wire. You can also trim your copper wire. I keep calling it copper wire, it's tape, copper tape. All right, so touch it to your copper other piece. We're just gonna trim it. All right. And you know you're going to attach these to here. This is the finished one. It's all attached. Next part is your battery, this piece of paper. So you've got a really tiny piece here. Your copper wire is going to go here, and I think flip over to the back. Let's try that. Actually, I'm going to use the one I got. So here, right where the line is, you can pick it up and move it. And let's do the long piece so we have left. Okay. Go carefully. All right, this has to be, I think, don't attach it, but all right, I think this should work. Go on the other side. Let's trim this part. It's too much. All right. And bend it at the perforation, and you will also be bending it again. And now this is going to get glued to your schematics. There's some wording that says glue to circuit. All right, so flip your paper over. It's going to go attached to the circuit. So see why this piece of copper tape and this is lined up. Glue, put your glue underneath here, right here. So I'll show you. Don't let that touch the copper tape, just a smidge. And then it's gonna put, okay, just be steady. Your copper tape's gonna touch, but your glue part will not. So it should line up like this and just press it. So your glue is underneath this part under your copper tape. All right, let's let that dry. We're gonna have our battery coming up. So before we go on to the box part, I just wanted to show you that we had glued this down. There's a little piece at the top that you might need a little glue or staple it. Like not staple it on the copper tape, but staple it in this little black space or white space, just above your copper tape. So we could try that. And then we want to test the battery. So let me just see, just a smidge of glue. I'm going to see if this works. So this is the part that I had done in advance. You take your battery. So you need to put the plus side up, and that's basically the part with all the lettering on it. The back side doesn't have anything. All right, so you're gonna put a face up, and then you're going to press it down. Yeah, look at that. It's lit. All right. So that's working. That's kind of what has to happen. So let's move on to the box. All right, so we're going to fold all the pieces in, all the perforated pieces. There's another flap. So we're going to be, let's take this other piece. We're going to be gluing the flaps. Just fold the flap down, fold, fold, fold. So you just want to make sure that, okay, this big flap is the top because your antenna is going to go on top of there. And you've got these sides. So like here's this side and Here's the other side. I suggest maybe just kind of doing it roughly and seeing where it goes. Hey, that worked. Okay, so what you could do is basically glue your flaps. Let's try to make it so you can see. Glue your flaps in. Attach it. Maybe press it in. It just takes a little trial and error. And guess what? If these don't glue, if it doesn't stay with glue, you can totally use tape to just tape the outside. Oh. You know what? I'm going to switch to tape. So hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got tape. Yes. Here we go. Here's some tape. So that's why, like, if all else fails, you can tape it. So just think of it. This is a box. Here. Put it, this is the long part. This is the bottom of the aluminum foil. You can even totally tape the inside. This should work. And if glue works for you, just do the glue. All right, so see, mine's a little lumpy. All right, next part, kind of fit your part in. So you have this little flap on the bottom. It's gonna go, let me just say. All right, so you got a little tab. Let's just fold that in. And it's gonna go lock in. See, I have to like tuck through it. Now you have another flap. We're gonna just tape the side. Oops. Hold your pieces. All right, this is just a rough tape. Your other side. All right, so now we have the other side. You can see it. Here we go. It's just the back of it. Get some tape. So you're just going to fold this in. I'm just trying to just fold all your flaps in. So you're just making a little box. Doesn't matter if the flaps are on the inside or outside. So we're actually almost done. Okay, there's a little flat part. Just tape it down so on the outside, but you could fold it in. Look, it's a little rough, but it's here. Okay, so my flap is flapping. All right. Okay. Next part, we can easily just glue a couple more things. Ooh, it's sliding around. Let's do our TV frame. This is this part. Just let's just use a couple dots of glue. There we go. And we can just put it right over our artwork. There's our frame. And we have our buttons. Oh, we did that. Let's put the feet on. All right. So just caveat, we leave the top flap open. We're not gluing it and we're not taping it. We're just doing the feet. A little bit of glue. This should work, and it just going, here's a part on the front. Just gets placed on the bottom of your box, and take the other one. See, look at all my glue. It'll dry, just do the other one. And flip it over. And then the other part. Okay, so now let's place your box so you have the flap open like that, because you're going to put your battery here. So the next part is we need to take the sticky. This is like a two-sided kind of a bump, and we can take our battery, put it the positive side up with the writing on top, and just put a little of this on and take the other off so you have another sticky side, and then put your battery on that. Let's retest this. Okay, so it's not working. Let me see. Oh, it's working. So I had to really press it where the battery is. See, we're pressing. We have this part, and then the copper touches the battery. Okay, so now hopefully this will work. You might, it's like only when you press it that it will work probably. So you're gonna take your other piece. Actually, you could probably just take one of these round stickies. These are also double-sided stickers, foam pieces. Just peel it so that both sides are sticky, and you're going to put that in the middle, like the inside of your lid, your TV lid. So that's what is going to take your whole schematics, and it's going to go like this. Let's see. And then you're just kind of going to move this down so it presses. Okay. So try, let's say, will it work before we even do our... Okay, so let's fix what happened. So take a little piece of the sticky backed foam. So peel off the backing so both sides are sticky, and then you will need a little piece of your copper tape. Actually, let me see. All right, so you will definitely have enough. Just peel off the backing of your tiny piece of copper tape, so it's like just a little bit, because we want to make sure that the light stays on. without having to press it the whole time. All right. Get this. Here we go. Okay. So hold your piece of foam. Let's see what happened here. Just want to kind of try and show you. All right. So let me just grab the battery off. We put a little piece of the copper wire around our sticky tape. I'm sorry, our copper tape. And right, so it looks like this. Can you see that? And then it was put on here. So now you can see what was on here. And you can take another piece of your sticky foam stuff. Here we go. I actually have one. Because we got to put that on your battery next to it. So that's this other little piece. This is sticky too. So this is what's going to hold it down. Now we have to put this back on. All right, so writing side up, it's going to go right over your copper tape side. Press it. Just trying to get this stuff to work. Oops. Okay, so this is it's a little tricky. I'm just trying to show you. So your battery goes on your second, it goes over your second copper part. I'm just trying to explain it. And then the writing is up. So that's the positive side. And then you will just press this down and then it's lit. All right. How about we just, let's fold your part in. So it might not be staying. Well, it was working. That's the idea of how to do it. And just try your best. I know I am trying it. See, I'm pressing it, it's working, and it needs a little more weight, I think. Yeah, so it's not lit up. But never fear, you can still put, and you'll probably figure it out. You can put your antenna on. Let's do that. Just glue the flat part down, and then you can just put that on top. I'll just need to dry too. I think it's a little lit up. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but that sort of worked. It'll probably be better in a darker room. So thanks for coming to the tutorial. And here's your finished, oh wait, look at this. The lights got turned up. It kind of works. See, here we go. All right, so thanks for sticking with me through the tutorial of the light TV. And we'd love to see your projects. I'm sure they'll be pretty cool. All right, see you soon. Bye.